All right, well, good morning, guys. It's the first of June, and supposedly we're going to be having our first day of competition today. So, really exciting. 3 or 4 days of build-up here in the camp, and people are up a bit earlier. I think the plan is to. Oh, I left the door open. The plan is to. Good morning. Oh, hi, Sarah.
Hi.
How are you? I'm filming. I might as well get you on there.
Hello.
Good to see you again. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
But I think it's like a trained.
He's getting tuckered out.
Morning, everybody. How's the forecast looking?
Really good if you're a surfer. Looks amazing for surfing. The wind is now coming later than we would like. It's coming up at 12 o'clock when our potential access is there. It's only about 1 knot, 2 knots. At 3 o'clock it looks like it might be 11 knots. And at 4 o'clock it might be enough, you know, getting up to 13 knots. And then it gets okay towards 6 o'clock. But if it comes up at 4 and our window is until 6 p.m, that's when our exclusive use rights are. And it's only 2 hours, and that at half-hour heats, that gives us 4 heats, not 8. So we might get 4 done, we might get 6 done. Doesn't look like we're going to get 8 done. But who knows? Yesterday the wind came up and it was a surprise.
What do we have here? Curry for breakfast. Who wants curry for breakfast?
I mean, there's some interesting options once in a while. We had pasta yesterday. That works. I like pasta in the morning.
If we stick with the time plan for getting out there, it's our first day where we're trying to get everyone out there. We're expecting a few hiccups and delays with that process of getting out there, so that if we start early as still planned, even if we make a few mistakes and we get out there not quite exactly for 12 and perfect, thankfully today is not a wind problem day, so it's a good day to practice all that stuff, but I still want to try and get everyone out there on time and then be ready for that wind to come up. I've just spoken to the locals and their advice is that it's sunny, the trades are clean on windy, and it looks like that's as good a sign as you get for it picking up after lunch. And so I think we'll get some conditions. So.
Dude, on the bean bag, like an SUV, I'll take my clothes off, make it sunbathe.
But it is based on the thinkings of how this came about to get these rights. Business is safety. It's not safe to surf when there's windsurfers up very free, so therefore
I think it's better for the market, actually.
Yeah, I mean, the brand.
It was really cool. Like,
Yeah, this time I think it was
Headed your way. In this area, where you can see that water, it can be ready to pick up there, and it's just shuffling around the corner. It's like 400 or 500 meters down the road. And the vans will pick up the first crew, come back, pick up the next, and then you'll be onto all the village boats from over at that other beach, which is the other pickup spot. Do some warm-up. You're welcome to do a warm-up. I'm just talking with Ian about clearing the water from the surfers for that warm-up time, because that's the safe thing to do. We don't want to have an overlap, so we'll coordinate that. But a warm-up in that marginal stuff is better than putting a full-on competitive heat out in that marginal stuff, particularly considering the high stakes.
Wind is saying it's going to kick in earlier, just for notice.
Yes, it does, and that's what we were just looking at, exactly. So, third point and final point that I'll bring up, and then I'll leave you alone for breakfast. If it starts early, if we get through that first round, there's a chance that we might go straight into the quarters, because it's possible that we'll have the time, and it's possible that today could be truly magic. Truly magic. So be ready, if you get through that first round, be ready for the potential quarters. Okay? Don't know if we'll get there. It seems unlikely based on things, but if we do, we'd be silly to let it slip away through our fingers, right?
Good morning, Kai. Welcome to Fiji, man.
Thank you. Helsinki, Frankfurt, San Francisco, LA, Nadi. Just another bus stop, yo. Here I am, back in Fiji 10 months later. The memories are fresh. It's great to be back. Everybody's got this like wave-soaked smile to them. I'm actually like, I can hear Cloudbreak hissing right now. Just getting reacquainted is going to be something else. That's not a walk in the park. It's Cloudbreak. So
No, it's looking pretty big today. You know, I often wonder, I was like, when I see Kai, you know, commentating on telly, I'm like, this guy's full of energy, he's full of beans. Where does he get it from? And then I look down on the table and I say, what? Like, I think I've got the answer. What is this?
Laird's Insta-Fuel, people. This is a product. It's got all 5 MCTs.
What's in it?
C6, C8, C10, C12, all the full range of the 4 MCTs. It is plant-based.
Hold on, let me just...
Plant-based. All 4 MCTs, C5, C8, C10, C12. You know, to get the motor mouth running, even with whatever time zone that I might be in, who knows which one it actually is. I find that Laird's gives me the perfect blend of energy and sustainability. Quiver talk. Let's see what made it down to Fiji here. We'll start with the windsurf gear, since this is a windsurf contest. And thank you, Fiji Airlines, for that generous allotment. They lined that up at the last possible second. I was sitting at LAX about to write a check or something. I don't know, but they definitely pulled through.
Oh, so you didn't have to pay any excess baggage? Wow.
So what do we got here is a 99-liter Flywave. I'll just kind of not be shy about this one. This is a very important call to make in a place like Fiji, float and ride environment.
How heavy are you?
I'm about 75.
No, really?
So I'm putting a lot of volume here, and what I like about having a voluminous board in Fiji.
No, hold on. You're 75 kilos?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. I mean...
What were you expecting?
Oh, I don't know. It's pretty light, isn't it?
I like to stay light.
Yeah.
I do try to stay under 80.
Yeah.
So 75
Because
is
you're
a
not
really
a
good weight.
small guy or anything.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
But yeah, 99 liters is definitely going to suit a lot of different categories of float and ride. If you like to be in the spot, like to catch waves, this is a good way to do it.
Oh, yeah, it's a 99 litre.
Yeah, 99 liter, I'll ride it as a quad. And I've got a 5.3 and a 5.0. And in this theater here, apparent wind's a really big deal. Okay, so what a big board allows you to do is that actually might even enable you to ride a smaller sail than you normally would, which the second you're on a hooter, you are better off on the wave. In other words, if you're gonna ride to try to be powered in the impact zone, you're gonna be overpowered on the wave. That's another formula that's pretty true for a place like Cape Verde. If at Punta Preta I'm planing on the way out, I'm gonna have my hands more than full on the wave. So what I've been getting into lately is riding a big board and a smaller sail.
So how many sails did you bring? 2?
I brought 2 sails, a 5.0 and a 5.3, 1 mast, tip toes. You know, don't put a foot wrong here. But again, I'm not, gunning for a world title or anything. I just want to get a little piece of the action. That should be enough to do it. So.
Yeah. And you're sponsored by Simmer, eh?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm the team captain for Simmer.
Okay.
A brand ambassador, part design team member. So there's a lot to my relationship with Simmer that I've had since 1986. If you want to count the years, we're 35 plus years here. And it's been a really good ride. And it's really kind of a nice opportunity to take the live stream commentary gig and parlay that into actually getting into the pro division, which wasn't the plan, but I'll take it.
Yeah,
you put me in a hot heat with Federico Maurizio Brazinho and Mark Paré. Hey, as long as they get me back in the commentary booth in time, place your bets. I hear there's a couple guys in Vegas putting some money on me, so you never know, It could be a good long odds bet. All right, let's talk surfboards here. And what do we got here is that I am a particularly huge fan of my friend Stretch Rydell from Santa Cruz.
Oh, wow.
And this is a Super Buzz.
Super nice.
Super Buzz with a curved deck.
Wow.
This is a 33-liter 5.8 Super Buzz. Kind of a fun shape with a lot of upside. And it's an epoxy build.
Yeah.
And a really, really particular nose curve. This entry here, boat-like nose. Low entry rocker, paddles really fast. Super nice loose board. I don't expect to use this in anything but kind of some of the more marginal waves.
Yeah, that was a beautiful looking board.
Really nice looking board. And just riding it yesterday in California. Here's the 6.5 step up. This is what we're really going to be using here. This is the cloud break board. I brought it here last year. Again, you know, a really low entry rocker here for the paddle power. Rounded nose, trying to stab into those deep drops. You can sit deep with these boards. This is called the 2x4 step up. And Stretch really does have a handle on a few different things in terms of construction and flex characteristics. These parallel rails here also add a lot of strength to the board. I remember I had a lip land on me last year out here that just would have ended my trip potentially. CFT construction, really tough. This board's ready to go. I'll probably ride it as a quad as well. You got to match the waves with the equipment. You're not going to bring some crappy boards to a place like Cloud Break. You know, you gotta ride the good boards.
And just rounding up, you know, obviously here I guess you're morning, Robbie.
What's up, Robbie?
Stretch is back.
The Stretch is back, both
Ready.
of them.
Ooh.
Did you bring the Ghost?
I don't, but I have a 6.3 KT that I really like, yeah. No, I haven't tried it yet. I've only been on the 511. It's been pretty fun.
Nice.
Been better than last year almost.
All right then, that's saying something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know, I guess the big job for you is commentating this whole circus.
Correct. You see that I've cameoed in the surf appearance because, hey, if we have exclusive rights to Cloud Break and the wind suddenly dies, there's nothing more to commentate on. It's going to be a mic drop. You're going to find me, you know, paddling out rather quickly. And, you know, in these situations, it's worth its weight in gold, honestly. But yes, I am here primarily as the commentator. And that's definitely something I'm taking seriously here.
Yeah.
With the Unified Tour, you know, I really have to, you know, give a nod to Ben Prophet in this. He's so good at what he does. The call that he did on the recent race, I felt, you know, to call racing at that level, it's inspirational. One day we're going to be in the booth together. Yeah. I can't wait for that moment. I know he's got a lot of supporters. I seem to have an army as well. And I think that this Unified Tour really speaks for the fact that we really want to just be fans of the sport first and foremost. I know you and I would probably say the same thing. And that's kind of what comes across for me when I'm commentating, is just really enthusiastic about where windsurfing is today. As somebody who was a competitor for a long time, mostly on Maui, but did the tour a little bit, that we were always talking about how cool the tour would be if we went to some of these, you know, locations. And it took events like the Trilogy in the late 90s. It took, you know, a lot of things. It took the PWA going to Baja, and going to Namotu was this landmark moment. So to finally land back at Cloud Break with, you know, world title points on the line and you know, all the different points of sale that you have here, I think we have something here. This is a really, really big moment for windsurfing, competitively speaking. I think it's going to reach an audience that didn't even know some of these things were possible with windsurfing, just like the Cabo Verde event did 10 years ago.
Yeah, no, I'm super looking forward to your call, Kai, and obviously really curious what we get out there as well, because you know, I mean, it looks like the swell, hopefully wind, but it's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
sure.
Forecasting in Fiji, I might add, you know, as somebody who's an astute forecaster and meteorologist, you know, it's a hard place to call. And you really just want to be able to have the basic elements on the table, some wind, some waves. And, you know, it's almost like this spiritual process at that point. You're on the boat, you got to clear your thoughts, you got to think good thoughts, you got to be open to change. Things will change. And in a matter of half an hour, place could transform into exactly what we want. So we have to put ourselves in the position to get fortunate. This is day one of the event, and we really have an opportunity to hit the ground running here. So I'm happy to hear that we're going with an attempt here and get on the Cloud Break and give it a go.
What's your names and where have you come from? I'll start with you. Sorry.
So I'm Baptiste Clarec, 22 years old. I come from France, especially in Brittany, the west part of France. And I'm here already for a week, and today is the first day of contest.
Sick, dude, sick. I saw you surfing the other day, and you surf really, really cool, like really good. So I imagine that you windsurf bloody amazing as well.
Yes, that's my tag for windsurfing normally, so I hope to do a good result. So let's see.
Yeah, sick, dude. I really look forward to seeing you on the water.
Thank you.
And yeah.
Hello, I'm Jordanel, 33 years old. Yeah, exciting to be here, and yeah, we are in the same meet actually. This this is bad news, but for us. But no, but it's gonna be good. I think today is gonna be sick. So yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah. And have you guys been to like windsurf cloud break before?
Me no.
No.
Yeah, like these two first day arrived. The first day was big, and the second day was, I mean, quite big also, but less big. And yeah, then 2 days of sailing in cloud break already was quite nice.
Yeah. What do you think about like what's it like wave sailing out there? Was it big or small?
It
Or?
was big, and the wave is like quite fast, so you have to be careful and don't lose time.
The little ones. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That means that. Oh, your fins don't fit in?
Well, they do, but like perfectly. I can't move.
Yeah, at least they fit. Check this.
Well, it is nice.
Hey, morning, Leo.
Hey, good morning.
Looks good, eh? The flicker board.
Yeah. Getting ready.
Yeah, man. How you feeling this morning?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Got up at 4:30.
Oh, really?
So at least some hours of sleep.
Was-
Jet lag, but it's all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're excited.
Yeah, I think we are all pretty excited. I think yesterday we saw the first signs of the swell.
Yeah.
Wasn't huge, but yeah, was supposed to pick up during the night even more. So let's see what it looks like today.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's gonna be interesting. I
Yeah.
like your t-shirt too. It's cool.
Darby, my friend, on there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Cool. JT, I'll just call you JT from now on, I guess.
JT, I like it. What's up?
How are you, man? How are you this morning?
Good. I'm just packing up.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see what the conditions are like today, isn't it?
I know. I'm pretty curious to see.
Yeah. Good luck out there, dude.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, it's first day on the reef for me filming, so I'm just giving you guys an idea of what I need to take to for my job. Now, I'm obviously doing the drone filming, but lots of cables that are needed. You know, power cords, HDMI cables, some laptops, and various bits and pieces. Here's the drone itself. I've got a Mavic 3 Pro. It's the latest Mavic. 5 batteries. The RC Pro controller. I've got about, let's have a look. Can I get it out? 6 SD cards, so I can cycle through those. One of the big things I've got for anyone that is, it's in this bag. It's in this bag actually. I'll see if I can grab it for you. Anyone who's into drones, and I just discovered this. You know, the charger that you get with the DJI, you can only charge 1 battery at a time, which means that if I wanted to fly continuously, I worked out I need at least 8 batteries. But I found this charger online. It cost me about 120 Australian dollars. And you can actually charge 4 batteries all at once. So that saved me buying an extra 3 batteries, and it's just super handy to be able to do that. So have a look at that online for anyone who's flying a drone and wants to be able to do the same thing. Yeah. I've just asked Coco to finally get on the video. And what's your full name, Coco?
It's Coraline Fauveau, but I prefer that everyone calls me Coco. It's better.
Oh, I see. I only know you as Coco. Oh, okay. Cool. And where are you from?
I'm from France, Caribbean islands, but also France. It depends on the year.
Oh, right. Cool.
Yeah.
And do you go to a lot of these competitions, or?
I was doing all the PWA competitions, and Since last year, I wanted to do IWT, and now they are unit, so I'm doing both.
Oh.
And I'm really happy to do Fiji. It's like a dream for me. That's really nice.
Same for me, same for me.
Yeah.
Have you been
Of
here
course.
before, or?
No, it's the first time for me, and I think not the last, because really the wave is wonderful. It's really, it's
Yeah.
great. The place is nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? And
Yeah.
so, are you haven't been able to windsurf it yet, or you have? Have you windsurfed?
I have.
Oh,
I
you
have
did?
like 3
Oh,
or
yeah,
4
sorry.
days.
You
Yeah.
did, and you had a massive wipeout or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about it. I didn't see it. Sorry. Yeah. Tell us about that.
Yeah. This day it was really big, like 2 mast high, and the problem I had was that I was every time taking the smaller ones, which were already like a mast high, so it was already big for me. And but the small waves like put you inside and really low on the spots. And indeed, when there is a set coming, you don't have any time to go out and avoid the massive wave.
Yeah.
And that's what happened when the bigger set of the day arrived. I was inside, and I had to give up my gear and swim under the big waves. But it was, I swam a lot. I doubt, I wasn't sure I would find a way to go back safe in the boat, but I found a way, so that's okay. And my gear also was correct, so I was able to go back on the boat and search my gear and go back. I was scared, but not too scared to not go again.
Wow.
So yeah.
Gee, that's gnarly.
really nice.
That's gnarly. That's
Yeah.
gnarly. No, well done for surviving that and all
Thank
your
you.
gear as well. Well, that's probably going to help you a little bit getting what at least having the experience of getting tumbled in a bigger wave. It takes some of the bit of fear away, I guess, does it? Or
Yeah, but everyone told me about cloud break, like it was a really hard sport, and if you fall or if you lose your gear, you will break it. And in fact, I've been like 7 times on the reef, and I didn't break anything. I think I'm lucky.
Yeah, cool.
So I didn't break anything, and it was. I'm really glad that I was able to go like couple times there. Indeed, I was able to see that the spot is not that dangerous, and it's if you sail clever. If you are clever when you sail, it's okay.
Yeah.
You can manage it.
Yeah, no, it sounds like you did.
I wasn't that clever, but now I understand, and I'm gonna be better now. But I hope also that we're gonna have really big waves too for the women, because today I think it's one of the bigger days, and we cannot do the women yet. So that's too bad, but that's okay.
But it looks like there's going to be, more
big
swells.
waves. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be okay. It's not gonna be really, really big.
Yeah.
Like double mast high.
Antoine and Jake. No, when I see Bjorn.
No, but Bjorn's in it.
Sarah, this is a great opportunity to welcome you again.
Thank you.
How are you feeling about it all?
Good.
Yeah.
Kind of hungry for it.
You've got experience here, so that's going to help you, I think.
Yeah, I had 5 days 4 years ago.
Yeah. I haven't got a lot of Jace on the camera, which I should have done, but this guy's a bit of an underground hero because he's carrying probably more gear than the windsurfers. With all...
Definitely worth more.
Yeah. But we've got a red camera there, which for anyone who's in the know of cameras is pretty much the Rolls Royce of cameras. And
Yeah, the Red Raptor, which is the kind of latest, greatest from Red.
Wow. I know nothing about these cameras, I'll be honest, Jay, so anything you tell me will be New to me.
Yeah, basically just high resolution and high frame rate and real pretty. So,
Yeah.
you know, not the easiest camera to shoot out here, not the easiest camera to kind of do the workflow, but in the end, when you get a pretty shot of somebody like Sarah, it's all worth it.
Chances are, if you've seen a pretty shot of windsurfing, it's been taken by this guy, because he's. If you're a fan of movies like the Windsurfing movie 1 and 2 and WSL stuff and probably 1,000 other things, it's been done by this guy. So good on you, Jace, for dedicating so much time to the sport, mate. Like, without guys like you, no one will be watching it.
You're too kind, Ian. Thank you, man. That's really nice. Appreciate it. And if you get a chance, watch my latest movie, Broken Molds, on Red Bull TV. So it's free, and I hope you enjoyed it. It's the origin story of windsurfing, and windsurfing has done a lot for so many people around the world, and myself included, and probably if you're watching this, you too. So I hope that you enjoy the story.
Dude, it's funny you should mention it, because yeah, highly recommend. I actually watched it, and it's like the perfect windsurfing movie, because for a long time I was thinking there's a whole historical element of windsurfing which hasn't really been always amazingly documented, but that movie pretty much encapsulates a huge section of the timeline, basically, and it's so cool that you did that.
Yeah, and it was fun to do it, and during COVID, no less. It's really interesting that was my path to have that movie fall into my lap with Scott Shoemaker, the executive producer. Basically, it allowed me to have work through COVID and really fulfilling work, So I really enjoyed making it.
And so you just look up Broken Molds on the internet, is it? And you pay a few bucks or something?
Oh, no bucks at all.
Oh,
right now, I believe it's still free on Red Bull TV. So.
Oh, okay. Well, wow, that's amazing. No, sick, Jace. Well, we'll keep in touch over the coming days, man. And let's hope today it's another good day, man.
I hope so.